Have you ever signed a contract? The answer is yes, you have. We all have, actually. We've all skipped those terms and conditions when updating our computer or downloading a new app, and those are terms of agreement, aka a contract. We sign contracts knowingly and unknowingly all the time, and that holds us accountable to certain actions and decisions. But have you ever signed a contract with yourself? If the answer is no, then keep listening. You can't run You Inc. smoothly without signing a few contracts. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say You Inc., just listen to what I say after we run this intro music. You're listening to the Build Your Vision podcast, a podcast series about maneuvering the ups and downs of building a life that you're proud of, captured in real time. A community where dreamers become doers and doers become world changers. Let's go. What's up? I'm Clee, the visionary, and this is the Build Your Vision show, the number one show in the world for visionaries who are serious, not just curious, about building a life that they are proud of. Y'all, we are in what is this? Part 4 of You Inc. Man, we're getting deep into it, but this series continues to go on. You Inc. What if you ran your life like a business? If this is your first time listening to the show, welcome. You can listen to this episode standalone and you will get value from it. But I recommend that you go back to the beginning of this series, start with part 1 in episode 109 to get the most out of this episode. Okay, so I see a lot of visionaries failing in self-leadership, not because of a lack of talent, skill, or even ambition, but because they have no terms on which they are running their lives. They're just running and gunning, which is cool. Like, they're taking action and hoping for the best, but taking action is good. Taking calculated action is even better. My clarity and confidence in the direction I wanted my life to go was greatly increased when I signed a few contracts in my life. I signed 3 statements, actually: a why statement, a vision statement, and a mission statement. And I'll share what those are so you can have a chance to implement them into your life. Now, I do want to address this, and it's a common mistake that I see a lot when it comes to leading yourself, an organization, or even a ministry. And that is the difference between your vision, your mission, and your why. Although similar and interdependent, they are not synonymous. Usually I ask a leader what their vision is, and they share with me what they believe it is. And then I go on to ask them, okay, so what is your mission? And they usually look at me confused or look into the air for an extended period of time. I don't know. Maybe the answer is on the ceiling or something. But most people don't know the difference. They think they're interchangeable, or they just haven't thought about it at all. And that's okay, because I was definitely in that camp at one point as well. But it's actually very important for you as a visionary leader to understand your why, your vision, and your mission, and how they are all different from each other. And they each play an integral role in your effectiveness, either as a leader of yourself or of others. All right, so let's start at the foundation, your why. And if you have been following this series, you know that we have dedicated a whole episode to finding your why. That is episode 110. You can check it out. You can stop here and go check it out. Now, the why honestly isn't talked about as often as it needs to be, but it's critical. You can't have a vision or a mission without a why. And if you think you can, you just haven't articulated your why, but it's deep down inside you and you don't even realize it. The why is the purpose, the reason you do what you do. No one just does things for the sake of doing them. There is always a reason. And the great thing about your why is that it already exists. You just have to do the work to reveal it. Every leader, company, organization should have a why statement. I know we've heard of a mission statement, and some may have even heard of a vision statement, but the fizz of those statements will begin to fall flat if you don't know why you're doing them. David Mead and Peter Docker created an awesome one-sentence formula for establishing a why statement. That formula is to blank so that blank. It's really simple. I didn't say it is easy, but it's really simple. Here are some examples so it makes more sense. Simon Sinek, who is a well-known author and consultant, why statement is to inspire people to do the things that inspire them so that together we can change our world. My why statement is 2, live optimally so that others are inspired to do the same. Because the world doesn't need more information, it needs more examples. Now, I added a because, and I like to end a because at the end of all of my statements because it gives a reason and meaning to the words prior to it. So yes, I make sure even my why has a why. Like I said, I go into way more detail in episode 110 about how to get your why statement completed. And I even created a free course to help you further in this area. You can access it at buildyourvision.co. That's buildyourvision.co/why. So what's your why? What is the root motive of all your best moments you remember in your life? I guarantee you there's a theme, and when you discover it, life begins to make a lot more sense. Now, discovering your why isn't the easiest task in the world. It takes some time and it takes some serious introspection, but it is truly worth it. If you haven't taken the time to do it for yourself, I highly encourage you do. But just remember, your why is the reason or the purpose for your dream. Now, your vision is the manifestation of that dream. What is manifest, right? It's just to make evident. I'm not getting super spiritual woo-woo on you. All that word means is to make evident. So your vision is bringing forth evidence of the dream through action. Action is always involved in a vision because more than often, a vision is a fulfillment of something that should be, but is not. Tesla had a vision of revolutionizing mainstream transportation because cars should respect the environment, but they do not. Apple had the vision of having a PC in every home because they believed everyone should have access to a computer. But at that time, everyone didn't. The Bible Project, which is an amazing nonprofit, believes that educational Bible resources should be available to everyone everywhere. But right now, that is just not the case. So you should be recognizing a pattern here. Your vision comes from your unique agitation. My mentor calls it your unique discontent. What bothers you that you feel called to do something about? What should be in the world but isn't? And you or whoever you're leading wants to change that. Here is a one-sentence formula you can use for your vision statement. Imagine blank because blank should blank. I'll say that one more time. Imagine blank because blank should blank. So I'll give you some examples so you can fill this out in your brain as you're listening to this. And I'm going to use the prior examples that we just went through. Tesla, Apple, all these companies, right? So Tesla, imagine a world where each home owns an electric vehicle because cars should love the environment, not kill it. Apple, imagine a PC in every home because every person should have access to a computer, not just the government and the wealthy. Bible Project. Imagine a world where everyone can learn about the Bible because your location, ethnicity, or economic status should not limit you from understanding God. Each one uses that same framework. Imagine, because, should. What picture are you painting? And for what reason should this exist? Paint the picture. Create the world that you want to live in. Your why is the reason, the purpose you dream. Your vision is the manifestation, the evidence, or the painted picture of your dream. Now, I want to point out something to you that I think is really, really important that took me a while to grab onto. Notice none of these entities said anything about themselves in their visions. Every single vision was a world they wanted to create through their service to it. A common problem I see with people young and old is that when they think of the word vision, they think of a world they want to create for themselves. This was me. I am they. I was them. In my lack of maturity, I used to cast my vision of me with a nice house, flying my family out the country, a luxury car, some fame, notoriety sprinkled on top of that. I mean, it was me, and more me. And it's cool to want nice things. There's nothing wrong with that. But wanting nice things won't get you nice things. Only service can do that. The value you receive back from the world is directly correlated to the value you provide. Remember in the introductory episode of this series, number 109, we saw that the first instructions God gave Adam and Eve was to serve the earth. Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and govern it. Who have you been called to serve? Cast a vision of a world that has been served by you. That's a real vision statement. So now that you know your purpose and your why, and you've painted your picture and your vision, it's now time for you to set your trajectory or your plan. Your mission statement is the most practical element in this trifecta. It is also the most flexible. Missions can change, visions change, but rarely, and whys pretty much never change. What do you want to accomplish is the question when it comes to mission. What needs to be done so that the vision can become a reality in this moment? Let's look at one of the most successful nonprofits in this era as a case study. Charity Water. Charity Water is a super successful nonprofit that is serving the world by providing solutions for clean and safe water. They have a vision, clean and safe water for every person on the planet. They also have a mission. They will serve 771 million people by ending the water crisis because clean water changes everything. A mission produces a target, not a feeling. Most people misunderstand this. I speak with companies or people and ask them what their mission is, and they usually provide some type of vague pep talk, like encourage everyone we encounter or serve with a smile and excellence.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Neither of those phrases have a concrete direction or destination. Now, I'm not knocking these phrases. Actually, these are great principles to live or work by, but that is just not your mission. That's just not a mission in any sense of the word. Your why is the purpose for your dream. Your vision is the painted picture of your dream, and your mission is the plan for your dream. So here's a formula that you can use for your mission statement. I will accomplish blank by blank because blank. Now, you don't have to use these words verbatim, but it's giving you a framework to work within. I will accomplish blank by blank because blank. This was the formula used earlier by Charity Water. They will serve 771 million people by ending the water crisis because clean water changes everything. Here's my mission statement. I will coach 1 billion visionary creators before I die by creating content that develops, not distracts, because someone is in need of what another person is building. This helps me make my decisions. If it's not in line with what this mission is, I don't need it. Throw it away. All right, let's look at another really successful entity, Nike.
Do it! Just do it!
Nike's vision is a world where everyone is an athlete. Their mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. If you have a body, you are an athlete. So essentially that means they want to inspire as many people as they humanly can to see themselves as an athlete because they are wearing their products. There's a common thread between all of these mission statements. Have you seen it? Or have you heard it? They are all measurable. Ending a water crisis is measurable. 1 billion creators is measurable. In fact, everyone on Earth is measurable because it has a common variable, product sales for Nike. Now, if you're super left-brained and logical, you might be saying to yourself, Clee, that's not even close to practically measuring anything. Definitely, your results are going to be way off. Or product sales are not an accurate measurement of inspiration. You are right. The point of a measurable mission isn't for it to be objectively quantifiable. It just assigns direction to what Simon Sinek calls a just cause. And a just cause is essentially your vision. It doesn't need to be 100% accurate. It just needs to show direction and progress. The population of each country that now has clean water can be added to the 771 million. They literally do this at Charity Water. And I think at the time of this recording, they are at over 15 million people right now. You can look for yourself. It's on their website. I track those that I coach and influence by subscribers to my podcast, YouTube channel, and email list, and those who enroll in my programs or courses or buy any future books of mine. I'm not only inspired, but motivated by the mission because I can see how far I've come and I know how far I have to go. Nike used to be worn just by D1 and professional athletes that ran track. The fact that they see their sales for stay-at-home moms between the age of 34 and 49 going through the roof, indicates that they are on track to inspiring everyone to be an athlete. What is your mission? How are you going to make your vision a reality? How are you going to go from dreamer to doer to world changer? That's a mission statement. So remember, your why is the purpose for your dream. Your vision is the painted picture of your dream, and your mission is your plan for your dream. So take some time to write out these statements and sign your name below them. Live your life on those terms. Walk with clarity and confidence because you know what you are building, how you are building it, and why it matters. All right, you, my friend, are on your way to making you, Inc., a Fortune 100 company. I don't know how you measure that because it's not really a company, but you get what I'm saying. I hope you found this episode valuable, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Executive production by Cleavon Davis. Music production by Cleavon Davis and Christian Hernandez. The Build Your Vision podcast is a product of Build Your Vision, LLC.